She posted, "Rip to my relationship. He cheated and broke my heart," with a photo of us. I never cheated. I didn't argue online. I just hired a defamation attorney and sued for $200,000. When her employer fired her for reputation issues and the court ruled in my favor. Original post: I, 32 male, woke up to my phone exploding with notifications. Cassandra, 29, my girlfriend of 4 years, had posted on every platform: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, the works. Same message everywhere. Rip to my relationship. Found out Derek has been cheating on me for months with multiple women. The man I loved, trusted, wanted to marry, is a serial cheater and a liar. I'm devastated, but at least now I know the truth. #cheater exposed, #narcissist alert. She attached a photo of us from last Christmas, tagged me, tagged my workplace, tagged my sister, even tagged my elderly mother who barely knows how to use Facebook. Here's the thing. I never cheated. Not once. Not even close. The night before, we'd had an argument about her spending. She'd maxed out another credit card on designer bags. I told her we needed to discuss budgets if we were serious about moving forward. She stormed off to her friend Vanessa's place. Normal couple stuff, I thought. Then this nuclear option out of nowhere. My boss Ted called within an hour. "Derek, what's going on? HR is freaking out about these posts." My mom called crying, asking what she did wrong raising me. My sister was ready to disown me. But I didn't respond online, didn't post rebuttals, didn't engage with the hundreds of comments calling me trash. Instead, I screenshot everything. Every post, every comment where she elaborated on my supposed cheating, every share from her friends amplifying the lies. Downloaded it all, organized it into folders by platform and date. Then I called my college buddy, Nathan, who's now a defamation attorney. "She just gave you a lottery ticket," he said after reviewing everything. This is textbook defamation per se. Accusations of infidelity targeted at your employer, completely fabricated. We're talking serious damages. How serious? With the workplace implications, the specific false allegations, the deliberate spread to your professional network? 6 figures easy, maybe more if your job is affected. By noon, I'd retained Nathan officially. By 2 p.m., cease and desist letters were being drafted. By close of business, we'd filed a formal defamation lawsuit seeking $200,000 in damages. Cassandra was about to learn that destroying someone's reputation for Instagram sympathy has real-world consequences. Update 1. 1 week later. The cease and desist letter was delivered to Cassandra's work 3 days after the posts. Nathan made sure it was served properly, with confirmation of receipt. Professional service at her marketing firm's reception desk. Her reaction was predictable. First came the angry texts. "Are you serious? You're suing me? This is such a Derek move. Can't handle the truth, so you try to silence me legally. You're really going to sue your girlfriend over a few posts? Pathetic. Nathan is a hack lawyer who couldn't get a real job. Good luck with that." I didn't respond. Nathan had advised complete radio silence except through legal channels. Then came the victim posts. "OMG guys, the narcissist is now trying to sue me for speaking my truth. This is what abusers do. They try to silence their victims with legal threats. I need your support more than ever." Her friend Vanessa started a whole thread about slap suits and how abusive men use the legal system to silence women. The echo chamber was intense. Comments poured in about how I was proving her point by suing her. But here's what Cassandra didn't realize. Every new post was evidence. Every claim of abuse, every elaboration on the cheating story, every call to action for her followers to spread awareness about me, it was all documentation of continued defamation after legal notice. Nathan was practically giddy. "She's literally building our case for us. Keep archiving everything." Then Thursday happened. Got a call from Ted again. "Derek, I need you to come to HR first thing tomorrow. Bring any documentation about this situation." My stomach dropped. The posts had reached critical mass. Her tagging my company wasn't just embarrassing anymore, it was affecting my employment. The HR meeting was surreal. Shannon from HR had printed out dozens of Cassandra's posts. Comments from people saying they'd never do business with a company that employs cheaters. Messages to our corporate Facebook asking why they haven't fired me yet. "Derek, we need to understand what's happening here. These accusations." I pulled out my folder. The cease and desist. The lawsuit filing. Screenshots showing the argument was about money, not infidelity. Text messages from that night where she said she was leaving because I was cheap and controlling her lifestyle. Shannon reviewed everything carefully. So you're saying none of these cheating allegations are true? Not a single word. She's angry I confronted her about financial responsibility. This is retaliation. And you're suing her? For defamation, yes. My attorney says it's one of the clearest cases he's seen. Shannon exchanged looks with Ted. Derek, we can't have this affecting our workplace. The calls, the messages, it's becoming disruptive. My heart sank. Were they firing me over lies? So effective immediately, Ted said. You're on paid administrative leave while this gets sorted legally. We can't make a determination about your employment until the legal matter is resolved. Paid leave. Not fired, but not working. My professional life in limbo because of Cassandra's social media tantrum. That night, I got a call from Nathan. I have interesting news. Cassandra hired an attorney. Mackenzie Wolfe. I knew that name. Mackenzie was notorious for aggressive defense tactics, especially in cases involving women defendants. This was escalating. What's our next move? Discovery. We subpoena her phone records, social media archives, everything. We depose her friends who shared the posts. We document every single lie and its impact. She wanted to play this game publicly. We'll dissect it legally. Meanwhile, Cassandra's narrative was shifting. The posts became less about my cheating and more about me being a vindictive ex using the legal system to abuse her. She started a GoFundMe for her legal fees titled "Help Me Fight My Abuser's Attempt to Silence Me." It raised $3,000 in 2 days. I wanted to scream. She destroyed my reputation with lies, got me suspended from work, and now she was the victim needing financial support. But Nathan kept me focused. Let her dig. Every dollar she raises, every post she makes, every lie she tells, it's all evidence of malicious intent. She's not claiming it was a mistake or misunderstanding. She's doubling down. That's what turns a defamation case from compensatory to punitive damages. The legal bills were adding up, but Nathan assured me it would be worth it. When we win, and we will win, she'll be responsible for your legal fees too. This is going to cost her everything. Update 2. 3 weeks later, discovery phase was enlightening. Cassandra's deposition was scheduled for a Tuesday. Mackenzie tried every trick to delay it. Sudden illness, scheduling conflicts, even claiming Cassandra was too traumatized to participate. The judge wasn't having it. Miss Wolfe, your client was well enough to post 17 times on social media this week about this case. She can sit for a deposition. The deposition was a masterclass in watching someone destroy their own case. Nathan started simple. Miss Rodriguez, you posted on December 15th that Derek cheated on you with multiple women, correct? Yes. Can you name these women? Silence. Mackenzie interjected. My client doesn't have to. Actually, she does, Nathan cut in. She made specific allegations of infidelity. We're entitled to know who these alleged partners were. Cassandra shifted in her seat. I don't remember their names. You don't remember the names of the multiple women your boyfriend of 4 years cheated with? It was traumatic, but not too traumatic to post about it extensively on social media within hours of discovering it. The deposition went downhill from there. She couldn't provide a single piece of evidence. No texts, no photos, no witnesses. When asked why she was so certain I'd cheated, she finally snapped. I just knew, okay? The way he acted about money, controlling me, telling me I couldn't buy things, that's emotional cheating. Nathan paused. Ms. Rodriguez, are you now claiming that discussing financial boundaries is equivalent to infidelity? Mackenzie tried to intervene, but the damage was done. Cassandra had just admitted, on record, that the cheating was actually about our financial disagreement. But the real bombshell came when Nathan subpoenaed her phone records. Turns out, Cassandra had been texting with someone named Jerome for months. Flirty texts, late-night messages, plans to meet up that coincidentally aligned with times she said she was with Vanessa. Miss Rodriguez, who is Jerome Martinez? Her face went white. Just a friend. A friend you texted can't wait to feel you again at 2 a.m.? Mackenzie objected, but Nathan continued. I'm establishing that Miss Rodriguez's accusations of infidelity were projection of her own behavior. The smoking gun was a text thread from the night before the posts. Cassandra to Vanessa. Derek's being a controlling about money again. I'm going to teach him a lesson he won't forget. What are you thinking? Remember when Brittany's ex tried to leave her and she posted about him beating her? He came crawling back, begging her to take the posts down. Guys can't handle public shame. Vanessa. LMAO, brutal. Do it. Nathan looked at Cassandra. So this was planned retaliation for a financial discussion? Cassandra broke down crying. Mackenzie called for a break. During the break, I heard shouting from the conference room. Mackenzie was furious. You told me he cheated. You said you had proof. This is a text admitting you made it up. The deposition resumed with a very different tone. Mackenzie was now in damage control mode, but it was too late. 2 days later, something unexpected happened. I got a call from Shannon in HR. Derek, we need to discuss something. Cassandra's employer, Meridian Marketing, just called us. Turns out, Meridian Marketing had been following the case. A marketing firm couldn't afford to employ someone who publicly fabricated stories for social media manipulation. They'd done their own investigation after being served as a third party in our discovery request. We needed employment verification for damage calculations. They terminated her this morning, Shannon continued. Cited reputation damage to their firm and dishonesty. They're also considering their own legal action for the negative attention she's brought to their company. I felt a mix of vindication and pity. She destroyed her own career over a tantrum about designer handbags. But Cassandra wasn't done playing victim. That evening, she posted, "Lost my job today because my ex-boyfriend's vendetta against me. He's not satisfied with suing me. Now he's destroying my career. This is what happens when women speak up. We get punished while abusers get protected. I'm devastated." The GoFundMe got updated. Now she needed money for living expenses too. Nathan screenshot it all. She just can't help herself. Every post makes our punitive damage claims stronger. Update 3. 2 months later. The pretrial settlement conference was a joke. Mackenzie came in swinging with an offer that left Nathan and me speechless. Cassandra would graciously agree to delete the posts if I dropped the lawsuit and paid her $50,000 for emotional distress. Nathan actually laughed. "Is this a serious offer?" "My client has suffered immensely," Mackenzie said with a straight face. "She's lost her job, her reputation." "Because she committed defamation," Nathan interrupted. "She admitted in deposition that she fabricated the cheating allegations as revenge for a financial disagreement. We have text evidence of premeditation. Your client is looking at massive damages. No jury will side against a woman speaking about relationship trauma." Nathan pulled out a folder. "Want to bet? We have 73 screenshots of posts, each one a separate count of defamation. We have her deposition, admitting the allegations were false. We have texts showing malicious intent. We have proof of her actual infidelity with Jerome Martinez. And now we have evidence of continued defamation post-legal notice, which opens her up to punitive damages." He slid a paper across the table. "Here's our offer. Cassandra pays $175,000 in damages, covers all legal fees, posts a full retraction and apology on all platforms, and signs an NDA preventing her from ever mentioning Derek again. In exchange, we don't pursue the maximum punitive damages, which could exceed $300,000. Mackenzie's face darkened. "That's extortion." "That's consequences," Nathan replied. They rejected the offer. Big mistake. The trial was set for 6 weeks out. In that time, Cassandra's life continued to implode. Word had gotten around the marketing industry about why she was fired. She couldn't get interviews anywhere. Her GoFundMe stalled at $8,000 after people started questioning the story. Jerome disappeared the moment things got legal. Shocking. Vanessa distanced herself after being deposed and realizing she could face her own legal troubles for defamation by republication. But Cassandra doubled down. She started a blog, survivornotsilence.com, where she posted daily about her journey fighting legal abuse. She gave interviews to anyone who would listen, mostly small podcasts and blogs about women's rights in the digital age. Every single appearance was documented by our legal team. 3 weeks before trial, I got an unexpected call. "Derek? This is Monica Martinez." "I'm sorry, who?" "Jerome's wife." My blood ran cold. "I think we should talk," she continued. "I have information about Cassandra that might interest you. We met at a coffee shop downtown." Monica was clearly devastated, but composed. "I found out about the affair a month ago," she said, sliding a folder across the table. "I hired my own PI when Jerome started acting strange. These are, well, look for yourself. Photos. Cassandra and Jerome at hotels. Receipts for dinners when she told me she was working late. The PI's report showed the affair had been going on for at least 6 months, long before our argument about money. She was planning to leave you for him," Monica said, "but Jerome wouldn't leave me. When he finally told her it was just fun, she lost it. That's when she went after you publicly. She needed someone to blame for her life falling apart. Why are you telling me this?" "Because she destroyed my marriage and is playing victim. Jerome showed me the posts about you. It's sick. She does this to everyone who doesn't give her what she wants. Would you testify?" Monica nodded. "She needs to be stopped." Update 4. Trial week. Cassandra showed up to court in a conservative outfit I'd never seen her wear, looking every bit the victimized woman. Her family filled 2 rows: parents, siblings, cousins. The family that had welcomed me to dinners for 4 years now glared at me like I was a monster. My side had my parents, my sister, and a handful of close friends who knew the truth. Nathan's opening statement was brilliant. "Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this case is simple. The defendant, Cassandra Rodriguez, deliberately and maliciously published false statements that Derek Williams cheated on her. She did this not because it was true, but because she was angry about a conversation regarding financial responsibility. She weaponized social media to destroy a man's reputation, career, and relationships. We will show you texts where she planned this lesson, posts where she elaborated on lies, and evidence that she herself was the unfaithful party. This isn't about silencing women. This is about consequences for deliberate defamation." Mackenzie painted a different picture. Cassandra Rodriguez is a woman who spoke her truth and is now being legally and financially destroyed by a vindictive ex-partner with deeper pockets. Even if she was mistaken about some details, she had the right to express her feelings about her relationship. This lawsuit is nothing more than an attempt to silence a woman's voice. The first day was procedural, but day 2 brought fireworks. I testified first. Nathan walked me through the relationship, the financial disagreements, the night she left, and waking up to my life destroyed online. We presented every screenshot, every impact on my job, every damaged relationship. Mackenzie's cross-examination was brutal. "Mr. Williams, isn't it true you tried to control Cassandra's spending? I suggested we budget if we were planning a future together. You told her she couldn't buy things she wanted. I told her maxing out credit cards on designer bags while we're trying to save for a house wasn't sustainable. So you admit you were controlling her financially?" "I admit I wanted us to be financially responsible." She tried everything, painting me as controlling, suggesting I was hiding assets, even implying the lawsuit was abuse. But she couldn't shake the fundamental fact: I never cheated. Day 3 was Cassandra's turn. She cried through most of her testimony, painting herself as a woman who knew in her heart I'd been unfaithful. But under Nathan's cross-examination, her story fell apart. "Miss Rodriguez, you testified you knew I was cheating. Can you provide a single piece of evidence?" "Women's intuition? Is that admissible as evidence?" "I felt it." "You felt it, but you posted as fact that Derek cheated with multiple women. That's a specific allegation. Can you name one woman?" Silence. "Let me help you remember," Nathan continued, pulling out the text exchange with Vanessa. "You wrote, 'I'm going to teach him a lesson he won't forget.' What lesson were you teaching?" I was emotional." "Were you emotional when you tagged his employer, his mother, when you called him a narcissist and serial cheater in posts that reached thousands of people?" The knockout blow came when Nathan presented Jerome's testimony via video deposition. He was too cowardly to appear in person. He admitted to the affair, confirmed it had been going on for 6 months, and most importantly, confirmed Cassandra had told him she was planning to destroy Derek financially if he didn't give her more money. But the star witness was Monica Martinez. She testified with quiet dignity about discovering her husband's affair, about the evidence she'd gathered, about Cassandra's pattern of manipulation. She told Jerome she was going to ruin Derek because he was cheap, Monica stated. She said she knew how to hurt men through their reputations and careers. She was proud of it. Mackenzie objected repeatedly, but the judge allowed it as evidence of malicious intent. The jury deliberated for only 3 hours. Verdict: defamation per se. Malicious intent proven. Damages: $200,000 compensatory, $100,000 punitive. Total: $300,000 plus all legal fees. The courtroom erupted. Cassandra sobbed hysterically. Her mother shouted that the system was rigged against women. Her father had to be escorted out for threatening me. But the judge wasn't done. Miss Rodriguez, this court also issues a permanent injunction. You are hereby prohibited from making any public statements about Mr. Williams, directly or indirectly, in perpetuity. Any violation will result in immediate contempt charges. Furthermore, you are ordered to post a full retraction and apology on all platforms where the original defamatory statements were made within 48 hours. Final update: 6 months later. Getting money from someone with no job and no assets is basically impossible. Cassandra declared bankruptcy within a month of the verdict. I'll probably never see most of that $300,000, but that wasn't really the point. The court-ordered retraction was posted on all her social media. I, Cassandra Rodriguez, publicly retract all statements made about Derek Williams regarding infidelity. These statements were false and made with malicious intent. I apologize for the damage caused to his reputation, career, and personal relationships. This retraction is made pursuant to court order following a defamation judgment against me. It got screenshot and shared hundreds of times. The truth was finally out there. Her GoFundMe got shut down after someone reported it for fraud. You can't raise money based on lies you've legally admitted to in court. Last I heard through mutual acquaintances, she moved back in with her parents in another state. She can't work in marketing anymore. No firm will touch someone convicted of malicious defamation via social media manipulation. She's apparently working retail and still telling anyone who'll listen that she's a victim of the legal system. Vanessa still posts vague things about standing with survivors but won't mention Cassandra by name. Legal liability is a great teacher. Jerome's marriage imploded. Monica divorced him and took him for everything in the divorce. Karma. As for me, the paid leave ended once the verdict came in. Ted and Shannon apologized profusely. The company even gave me a raise, partly out of guilt for not believing me initially. My reputation at work is actually stronger now. Everyone knows I was falsely accused and fought back legally instead of getting into social media drama. Dating has been interesting. Some women see me as the guy who sued his ex-girlfriend. Others see me as someone who stood up to defamation and won. I'm taking a break from relationships for now, focusing on work and rebuilding the friendships that got damaged in the initial blast. My mom still brings up that horrible girl every holiday dinner. My sister jokes that I should frame the verdict. Maybe I will. Nathan and I grab beers occasionally. He says it's still one of his favorite cases, clear-cut defamation with a perpetrator who couldn't stop incriminating herself. He's even used it as a teaching case for other attorneys about the power of documentation. The lesson? If someone decides to destroy your reputation with lies, don't fight back on social media. Don't engage in the court of public opinion. Document everything. Hire a good attorney and let the legal system do what it's designed to do. Cassandra thought she could destroy me with a few posts and face no consequences. She thought being a woman crying about a cheating boyfriend would give her immunity from accountability. She thought wrong. Sometimes the best revenge isn't getting even, it's getting justice. $300,000 worth of justice, to be exact. Even if I never see a penny, watching her admit in court that she lied, seeing her lose her career over her own malicious choices, and having legal documentation that I was the victim, not her, that's priceless. Don't defame people, folks. In the age of screenshots and digital trails, the truth has a way of coming out, and it's expensive when it does.